So if you're considering a move right here to the Beehive State, but you haven't quite decided which city that you want to live in, this video is for you. There are 4 main cities or areas here in Utah that you're probably going to consider if you're looking to move. You're going to have Salt Lake City, you're going to have Provo, Layton, and Ogden, and they all have a lot of great things to offer because, well, they're all part of northern Utah, but there are some main differences between these different cities that you're going to need to know about in order to narrow down your search and ultimately pick the perfect place for you and your family to live. So, when it comes to housing affordability, you will see that Salt Lake City and Provo are more expensive overall, and Layton and Ogden are cheaper overall. Looking at the Census Bureau's data, it shows that the median value for a home in the whole state of Utah is $408,000. Salt Lake City is well above that number with a median value of $458,000. Provo does come in as the second most expensive with a median value of $391,000, and Layton and Ogden are the cheapest of these areas, coming in at $388,000 and $270,000 respectively. So if you look at the cost to rent according to the Census Bureau's data, Layton is actually the most expensive with the median rent right now around $1,300 per month. If you're feeling really bougie and you need to check out Park City, where the median value is over $1.5 million. All right, back to the original 4 cities. Now, just as a generalization, the higher on the mountain you are, the more expensive the home and the nicer the area. Northern Utah has the Wasatch Mountain Range, which is a segment of the Rocky Mountains. The Wasatch Range is the most east side of all the cities, so you get a very similar feel when you're up on the mountainside, whether you're in Ogden or way down in Provo. One of the beauties and things I love most about all of these areas is the hundreds and hundreds of miles of trails you can explore and the numerous lakes, rivers, and even waterfalls that are within the mountains, and they can all be accessed in any of these amazing cities. Now, each of these cities do vary when it comes to the west side of the city and the views. In my opinion, Layton has the most beautiful view out west due to the Great Salt Lake and Antelope Island. I'll be honest, this is the view I grew up with, and I still to this day catch myself in awe with some of the sunsets over the island. Now, I would say the second best is going to be Provo, with Utah Lake just west of the city that also gives some incredible views. Now, when it comes to vibes of these cities, Salt Lake is just a big city, so you can find whatever vibe you like in the city. There are so many different neighborhoods within the city that are just all have their own feel. There's Sugar House, 9th and 9th, downtown, the avenues, Foothill, and many others. Also, you have sports teams like the Utah Jazz, University of Utah, and Real Salt Lake that can bring their own crowds on game days. If you like a little slower pace, more of a historic, chill, outdoorsy vibe, I would say this is what you get with Ogden. Ogden does have some good restaurants and a downtown that is getting revitalized with the new housing and shopping. Weber State University is located on the east side of the city, but is more of a commuter school, so you don't quite get the college town vibes that are out there. Ogden is within 20 miles of world-class skiing at Snow Basin Resort, with Powder Mountain and Nordic Valley ski resorts not that much farther away. Now, Provo kind of has a mix of the two, where you have more of a historic downtown area and some older homes, but also has an area that's more city-like with a huge shopping mall and all the major restaurants, actually including a cheesecake factory that was just announced to be built. Provo is home to Brigham Young University, and the city really does embrace the team in school, so game days in the city are a pretty fun experience. I would say Provo too just gives off those family-friendly hometown vibes with very family-friendly and kid-friendly things to do throughout the city. An area that is growing very, very fast right now in this area between Provo and Salt Lake, which is known locally as the Point of the Mountain. It has earned the nickname of Silicon Slopes due to the influx of tech companies in the area. Honestly, to me it seems like this area has just grown so rapidly, which has caused just a lot of congestion and traffic in the area. But they do have amazing shopping, restaurants, and some of the most beautiful homes that this state has to offer. Hopefully they continue to update the flow of traffic and roadways to accommodate all of this rapid growth. There is even talks of moving where the Utah Jazz play from downtown in the Delta Center to closer to the point of the mountain, which will unfortunately cause more congestion. Alright, and for Layton City, the vibes in Layton just seem to give those good old hometown American vibes. Now, I can be a little biased on this, I guess, because this is where I grew up and actually continue to live. But seriously, Layton has everything to offer, such as the restaurants, the shopping, the trails, and just continued growth in housing and businesses. There is Hill Air Force Base on the north side of the city that brings a lot of job opportunities and diversity within the community. The city does throw one of the best 4th of July firework displays around and just overall has a great sense of community around. You are also very close to Farmington that has even more shopping and restaurants, as well as Lagoon Amusement Park, which is essentially Utah's Disneyland, but definitely not as elaborate as Disneyland, but still fun nonetheless. Alright, now I know this is a very broad overview, but I hope this helps get you started on your journey of comparing the different cities. We have a lot of clients that reach out to us and they just are honest with us and they just say, hey, we're checking out Salt Lake or Provo, or we're checking out Layton and Ogden, and we're okay with that. We do these videos for people just like you looking to potentially move here to Utah. So if that's you, don't be shy. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and then we can help ask the right questions to ultimately narrow it down and see what's right for you. We've lived in Layton, Ogden, and Salt Lake, and actually frequently visit Provo, and I think we can be a really, really great resource for you. So if you're looking to learn more about Salt Lake City and the surrounding areas and what these suburbs have to offer, be sure to check out our other videos on our channel and reach out and we can help you decide what's the best fit for you. So thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.